what am I saying? What I'm saying is that when people say this is the most important election in your life, it is. And the pivot point is this truncated system of bias, inequity, and punishment for the working class and the poor to maintain those at levels that are suitable to the wealthiest. Now, this may sound like some radical pathology, but it's not. It's demonstrable. You can read the statistics. You can look at all the studies and know this. And so, instead of talking about Trump losing by a whisker and how that upends all the stories he told, we talk about something that's ridiculous, which is how Trump fills the airwaves with bullshit. And he's talking about patience, eating geese and pets. When these people are properly here, they're not unlawful, they're not illegal, in the words that Trump is going to go into that center. So, a long time ago, there was a gonzo journalist, Hunter Thompson, and he talked about fear and loathing on the campaign trail. And you know, it hasn't changed. It's gotten worse. And so we started a path away from the dystopia that Trump and too many Republicans once responsible allowed. And in 2020, Biden took the first step to restore our country. This year, after Trump managed to win in 2020, after he lost in 2020, this year we managed to bar him completely. That's our job. That's what we have to do. So I stand here among weights waiting to be clanked and pushed around. And I think it's a fitting backdrop because we say when we fight, we win. And it's true. If we fight, and we fight every day in the remaining days, and we point out all the nonsense and the inequities and so forth, we will win on November the 5th.
By a landslide.
Backbone that our political leaders need. And we will start on a future path, not looking back except to guard against repeating the errors of the past. And we have to drain that invisible river of discrimination, slander, hate, and monarchy that runs just below the ground, with a minority of people that don't know any better. Praise for being uneducated, praise for accepting the most bizarre statements made. When Holly and I went door knocking the other day, I don't want to single anyone out, but there were a couple who were Trump supporters who just took to these crazy ideas. And I've only been on a couple of cruises, but on one I went, you gather at the table. We stopped doing that because you eat too much. And I tried to be on my best behavior and not talk politics. And some people would goad me a little bit to talk, and I would try to keep it as reserved as I could to be pleasant. But everybody at the table had the same view. And so one evening before we went down to dinner, I was watching Fox News, happened to be on. I'm sitting there.
Oh my God.
We go to the table, and these people were repeating exactly what was on that show. Exactly. Once before, I may have mentioned a Jesuit who said to us that we all thought we were top students and so forth. He says, but if you're just memorizing, that's nothing. How do you use your mind? How do you use your mind? There are a lot of people in America not using their mind, and we have to make up for them because this is serious business. We are challenging world history if we can keep our republic, as was the question by Benjamin Franklin. So, again, sorry I'm in the basement. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be out on a dry road as we approach the fall and the chillier days. All the best. Bye-bye.